Ukraine plans to use its own missiles in the future. The country's missile program has good dynamics, according to the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky said, "Our missile program has good dynamics, and although it is a difficult task, we are gradually approaching the ability to use our own missiles and not just rely on missile supplies from partners." What preceded it? Yesterday, July 23, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky held a meeting of the staff of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief. One of the issues raised by the participants of the meeting was Ukraine's missile program. The head of state noted that the country is working to reduce its dependence on its partners in this matter. In particular, it concerns missiles for air defense. By the way, Ukraine has already used domestically produced missiles, specifically the Neptune, to strike Russian forces. In 2022, these missiles destroyed the Russian missile cruiser Moskva. Russian troops are building up forces in Ukraine's front line Zaporizhia Oblast, but they are not yet sufficient to launch an offensive. Dmytro Lyhovy, spokesperson for the Tavri Operational Strategic Group, said on national television on July 23. If we take the number of enemy soldiers, for example, in Zaporizhia Oblast, there are quite a few Russians here, almost 90,000. He said, noting that an additional 2,000 troops deployed to the sector in the past 3 weeks is not sufficient to launch effective offensive actions. Ukrainian's main intelligence directorate also sees no signs of the enemy forming an offensive group in the oblast. Lyhovy also reported the recent destruction of 2 Russian anti-aircraft missile systems in the sector of the front. General of the German Armed Forces Carsten Breuer, in an interview with the Tagesspiegel, stated that in the near future there will be no significant advances by Russian troops on the front in Ukraine, with only small operations possible. According to Breuer, significant changes on the front will not occur soon, but Ukraine remains dependent on Western support. He explained, "In the near future we will not see any large-scale movements on the Ukrainian battlefield. The course and fortification of the front make this particularly impossible. The Inspector General of the Bundeswehr left for small, slow operations by Russian troops, but in his opinion, large-scale offensive actions will not happen." He added, "The concentration of troops will be immediately noticed and will lead to countermeasures." Recall Inspector General of the Bundeswehr Carsten Breuer also predicted that Russia could be ready to attack NATO in 5-8 years. The Russian will likely accumulate the necessary weapons and personnel during this period.